Today the portfolio is sitting at about $1.1 million. And yeah, in this video, what I'm gonna go through today is a video that I hoped that I made for myself. And this information, if I was a young person, I definitely would have appreciated this information, because yeah, I took a while to kind of understand this. But once I understood this, right, I really saw my net worth basically increase over time. And I really hope that you get something from this video, you take value from this video, and you take action to actually go and make some wealth, make some money for yourself, right? So that your wealth can provide for your family and stuff like that. All right. So what I didn't understand last time, is that why is it that the rich like keep getting richer, and why you are still struggling, or why people in general are still struggling, right? So if you've seen a lot of headlines, right, like, oh, in 2024, for example, the billionaires, for example, all their wealth has increased by $2 trillion. Like, I don't even know how to count $2 trillion. Okay, if you see here, the billionaire list right here, right, everybody in the top 10, for example, um, just this year alone, for example, they've added what, anywhere from 5 billion to 40 billion to 96 billion, right? Most people don't even make like 1 billion or like half a billion in their lifetime. So why is it that the results of some people are just so skewed and so crazy? Like, it's just like your brain can't even fathom this amount of money, right? Like, but why is it like it's possible for these people, right? Especially if you live in the US, okay? If you're living in the same country, why is the result so different? Okay, and I kind of explain to you why and how you can kind of participate in this. Okay, so if you see here, um, what happens is that the US has printed so much money, they have so much debt, for example, and then the Fed basically every time they cut interest rates, for example, it basically benefits the rich disproportionately. What that means is that, for example, the S&P 500, or like the stocks, for example, has increased 13% over the 12 months after the Fed has cut the interest rate. So the stock market, if you did not know, is kind of a rigged game. It's a rigged game because like the people who are insiders, the people with information, they generally have the make money opportunities first. They're able to get in on the information, and they're able to make a bunch of money the fastest. Okay, but for the rest of us, for example, who don't have that information, right? How do you participate in the upside? Okay, and then what this means is that if you see this graph right here, is that however, as inflation rebounds, those who do not own assets will basically see a similar situation to post pandemic. So what this means is that basically, if you work a normal 9 to 5 job, and then your wage growth, right? For example, if you make like $6,000, right? Generally, if you want to make $7,000, you probably have to wait 1 year, ask for a promotion, and then you get it, right? You're not gonna make like 9,000, $10,000 the following year, right? And what this means is that inflation, or like the cost to live, basically outpaces your salary, and then it makes it very difficult to live because your salary, sorry, your groceries basically cost more money, and the wealth gap grows. Okay, the wealth gap grows is because when the Fed will cut the interest rates, the stock market will basically boom, and these billionaires, for example, all of their net worth is tied, or 90%, 85% of their net worth is basically tied to the stock market. It's tied to their stocks. Okay, so their stocks are going to increase very, very fast, but yeah, normal people's salaries do not increase that fast, and that is the reason why. That is the difference. But the great thing about the American system is that despite so much inequality, you can see, is that it's a free market. It's a free market where anybody can participate. Anybody can participate, right? So what you want to do is that, number one, you want to align your personal finance to the same thing as the billionaires. Okay, so the billionaires, for example, they rarely take a salary. Okay, obviously go and take a salary if you're working a job, a 9 to 5 job. But what they do is that they have 90%, majority of their net worth in assets that are moving, in stocks and bonds, in crypto, in gold, etc. In basically these financial assets right here. So that's the first thing, that you need to model after them. You basically need to copy what they are doing. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, so for example, for me, yeah, I have about maybe like 80, 85, 90% of my net worth is basically in stocks, maybe. And obviously I have cash sitting in my bank account, but that is like external, right? So I don't want to be like 100% in stocks, but like it's almost 100%. So like 90% is almost 100%, right? So that's why like I'm basically modeling my net worth to these people, because there's no point to change the game. The game is basically rigged in the first place, so you might as well play the game correctly, right? So the more money I can tie up into the stock market, the more upside I'm going to experience basically in the long run, because yeah, if you're not playing the game, you just don't win. But if you're just playing some part of the game, at least you are on the same playing field as these guys. You may not have the same amount of money as these guys, but you're basically playing the same game as these guys. Okay, so it's good to align with rich people, because rich people are powerful, they are rich, they can do things. Okay, they can produce value and stuff like that. So if you want to be on the same team as them, right, you're basically working on the same team, you're gonna get the same results as them. That's what's fair about the American markets. It's just fair. Okay, so yeah, if for example, if Zuck gets richer, you get richer. It's the same situation. So it's a good thing to align with them. That's the first thing. Okay, and then it's, yeah, as I mentioned just now, you want to put like majority of their net worth, if you can, okay, into like these types of assets. You might say these assets are like risky and stuff like that. To be fair, they are risky. Okay. But then again, risk is relative, right? I don't see it as risky because, for example, I bought this company right here, Robinhood. I'm basically betting that this guy is going to make me more money. I'm going to bet that this CEO is a good CEO and it's going to make me more money. And you can see, like, without doing much, like, I made about $140,000 so far. Yeah, to be fair, I've not sold it, but then again, it's like, these are the value of my assets. I put in about 38,000 and I've got back about 140,000 right here. So it's not a bad bet, right? Not a bad bet to be on the same team as rich people, right? These are very rich, very smart people. Okay. The next thing you got to do is you got to have a different mindset of like, you need to start owning stuff, right? So how I say it is that there's a bunch of capitalist class. The capitalist class, they basically own everything. They own the companies, they own the assets, they own the raw materials, they own the government, they own everything basically, right? You want to get on the same team as them. If you get on the same team, they're going to be working for you and they're going to be working hard for you. They're going to deploy their resources to make sure that they get rich. So when they get rich, you get rich as well. Okay, what you need to understand is that, yeah, these billionaires are ordinary people, but it's because they have ownership. Their wealth is just, yeah, they just increase way more than everybody else. Yeah, which is fine. It's just that you want to be able to participate in that wealth at the same time. If you don't play the game, yeah, you're completely locked out. You're cooked out. You're basically cooked. Okay, but that's okay. Like, yeah, and everybody else, you essentially brokies, right? Like, I'm a brokey, and stuff like that. But it's totally fine. What matters is that you come and join the capitalist class by yourself, and yeah, it doesn't cost money. It doesn't cost money. You just need to take action. You need to buy something. You need to own something. Yeah, get on the same team. Be aligned with them. Okay. There's one thing you can trust rich people with. Okay. No matter what AI, no matter whatever. Okay, you can trust that rich people want to stay rich. Have you ever met a rich person that says, "Yeah, I want to just be poor the next day"? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. So the rich people want to stay rich. They want to get richer. Okay, just letting you know, right? Like 288 billion is not enough. It's really not enough. It's like they got to get to 300 billion. Okay, because it's just a game to them. Okay, so yeah, just make sure you get on the same page as them. You get into ownership. You buy something. It doesn't matter what you buy. You buy a company. You buy a stock. Um, you buy a system. You buy something. Just own something, right? The moment you own something, yeah, you're gonna come into capitalist class and you're gonna think differently, and then get on the same team by, yeah, just aligning with them. Buy the companies that they are in, or you buy the companies that you believe in, and the companies that you like, right? It doesn't matter what you like. Like, I like this company. I like this company. It doesn't mean you like this company, right? You don't have to like the same company as me. But what matters is that, yeah, just come in and stop struggling. Like, the moment you realize this, right, is that, yeah, you kind of you see something similar to this, where, yeah, your net worth is also tied to the value of your assets, and you won't be struggling like this. You also be participating in the upside here. All right, just a very short video. Hopefully this drills into your brain. But yeah, if you're a young person, hopefully this makes you motivated and stuff like that. Everybody can join the game. It's a free game and everybody can join it. That's what's so great about it. Okay, so stop playing on the sidelines, and yeah, just join the game.